I watched a video on BuzzFeed about what cis people ask trans people that, well, it's kind of inappropriate. That wasn't the title, but, here's my thoughts on it and, my commentary on the questions. First question was, what's your real name? Well, my real name is what I go by, and my real name is not what I used to go by. My birth name is not my real name. My real name is my current name that I do go by. What's your real name implies that we're faking being trans, and that's not true at all. This is actually who we are, and we couldn't do much about it. And basically, let's say my name was John before, and then I went to Sky. So before I moved to Sky, my real name was John. And now that my name has changed, it is Sky. But that's not true for me. My real name is Drew. But you kind of get the example. So that's your real name. Never say what's your real name because it's very inappropriate. And their real name is the name that they currently go by. So be like, yeah, but what's your real name? Again, it doesn't matter if someone has legally transitioned their name or not. So if they legally change their name or not, it does not matter. Their name that they go by is their real name. Okay? Does every trans person fully transition? This is different for everyone. It doesn't matter. I'm on hormones. A trans person doesn't need to be on hormones. I'm having top surgery. Not every person has to have top surgery. It all depends on one's dysphoria and discomfort in one's body. If you're not uncomfortable with your voice and some certain changes that hormones will change. This is only for testosterone. This isn't estrogen. So, because testosterone is the only changing voice, estrogen will not change your voice up high. So testosterone will make me change my voice. Do I want that? Do I want to be hairier? And all the other changes that T gets, and also the same for estrogen. All the changes that estrogen gets for a assigned male at birth compared to a assigned female at birth. So I'm just talking about assigned female at birth because that's what I am. And so yeah. So that's basically everyone's transition is their own. If you want to have bottom surgery, go ahead, have it. If you don't want to have bottom surgery, don't worry about it. I don't want to have bottom surgery. I don't care. I'm not dysphoric. But if someone else, that's fine. Have it. Everyone's transition is completely different. There's no fully transitioned because it's all in the eyes of the person. Because after I have top surgery, to me, I'm fully transitioned for now. I don't care. I'm not dysphoric downstairs, so it is what it is, and that works. The next question is, what are some issues that have come up while dating? Personally, I haven't really had much dating experience since I've transitioned, so I can't say that much on this, but terminology is very important, because someone can be triggered by certain words, because also hand, if you're going to touch someone's chest, just flat can make a huge difference than cupped, because trans guys, at times, depending on their dysphoria, don't like their chest. So it all depends on one's comfort level with it, to if you're allowed to, and if you're not allowed to, it all depends on them, and also just be respectful if they're feeling really dysphoric, and if they're comfortable in telling you why, ask them for tips how to help you help them. So just if they ask for help, if you could help them. It could be as simple as reaffirming pronouns, being like, yeah, dude, you're good, or however their pronouns are, or whatever. It all depends on them. But it's the little things at times that can really help us out. Am I still straight if I want to have sex with you? Well, if you're a girl, and if you're sexually attracted to me, as I identify as a male, then yes, you are straight. If you are a male and you're attracted to me, you are in a gay relationship. But you can also be bi, bisexual. There's so many different identities. There's also identities where you just like the parts. I can't remember the term off the top of my head, but you can just be attracted to a person with a certain genitalia. Also, that is such a thing. So then, it could be someone's just not attracted to the person because of their genitals. It sucks, but it's their preference also. But yeah, that's just their preference, and also you are not straight if you are a guy having sex with me. You're gay. If you're a girl having sex with me, then you're straight. So that's how that works. Kind of, it all depends on their gender identity, and straight means basically, if we're going binary, it's male and female. Bi obviously means two, pan means many or all gay means same. So it's all depending on how you identify and how that person identifies on that as the answer. How long do you think that you pass? That's very much depending on each person, is how long they've been able to pass, is because I've been on hormones for, I believe, 7 months. I'm coming closer to 8 months now, and I've been passing for a long time. Time with random strangers. I know some of my friends can't pass at all. It all depends on the individual and how they present themselves and how they handle themselves. So that can very much differ at times. Unfortunately, for trans men, it's easier than trans women because we have the voice that changes and the women do not. They have to train their voice to go up higher and all that stuff. So it all depends on how far in your transition you are. And at times it's just like, you're gonna have a high voice. It just is what it is. But it's also how you carry yourself at times. I'm not like super mask and all that stuff. I will do a lot of random stuff, but I just apparently hold myself in a masculine way at times. So that's what that is. Everyone passes in their own way. And I prefer the term, a lot of people prefer the term blending, because they just blend and smooth in with society's views on this instead. Okay, when did you decide to be trans? Oh my god. Problematic number 1. I never decided to be trans. I just am. Who would decide to be trans? It should be the question. And also for the cis people, when did you, if someone's trying to hate on this, when did you decide to be cis? When? It just happened. I knew I wasn't female, and I transitioned to be a guy. That's all there is to it. But there's a whole spectrum of gender. And then it fluctuates. I changed a little bit before I came out as male, but it's up to you, and you don't choose to be trans. So, absolutely, number 1, you do not choose to be trans. Whoever tells you choose to be trans is wrong. What happens if / when you change your mind? Detransition. It all depends on if you're sure. It's okay if you detransition. It's completely okay. It's up to you and your comfort level. So maybe in, let's say, 5 years, I'm like, I don't want to be on hormones, but I still want to identify as a guy. I'm still a guy. I did not detransition. I just chose not to take the hormones to make me appear more masculine, because I was more comfortable and I wasn't as dysphoric as I am now. So everyone's different. If you change your mind, it's okay. If you don't change your mind, it's also okay. It's all up to you and your comfort level. There's nothing wrong if you detransition. There's nothing wrong if you transition. If you change your mind, being like, that wasn't a good idea for me, it's okay. I personally don't think I will, but if I do, it's okay, because I've made it. I've wanted to make it happy for the moment, and I knew this is what I needed then. So if I change my mind later, it's okay. So just keep that in mind. If you change your mind later, it's completely okay. How do I ask someone their preferred pronouns if I am unclear? The best time to ask for someone's preferred pronouns is literally when you meet them. And be like, hi, my name is so and so. So my preferred pronouns is he, him. Him. What's yours? What's your name and pronouns? It's just a or respectful way to do it. Or if you forgot the first time, you can be like, yeah, I forgot to ask you what's your preferred pronouns. I'm so sorry. Sorry about that. So what are they again? So I can be respectful to you and how you identify. Some people might find that offensive, being like at Starbucks or whatever, and be like, yeah, what's your preferred pronouns? It all depends on the person, because for some people it might be like, I'm not passing. So it very much depends on how they're looking and being like, really? You can apologize if they're looking snotty and all that stuff, and be like, why the hell did you ask this? Or some people will be like respectful and be like, okay, thank you for asking. My preferred pronouns are he, him, if depending on their pronouns. So if someone asked me what's my name and my pronouns, I'd say my name's Drew and my preferred pronouns is he, him. Or some people might say male pronouns, gender neutral pronouns, female pronouns. It all depends on their terminology that they want to use. But yeah, that's how it is. What's the worst thing a cis person has ever said to you? Oh god, this can be a long one. There's a lot of things that cis people can say to us. There's a lot. I've been told that I'm a trans girl. First off, I'm like, nah, this was on Facebook, so. I was like, I'm a trans girl apparently, and then I'm like, I'm wearing my mother's clothes. I'm like, okay, you're getting this completely off. They didn't know me. They thought it was a trans girl apparently, so I'm like, you're getting it wrong, honey. But like some things that my friends, they were just like, they didn't know what they were saying, but it was like, so now you're going to be working out and be a manly man and all that stuff, which isn't that bad, but it's assumptions of masculinity has to be a certain thing, which it doesn't have to be. There's feminine guys, there's masculine guys, there's everyone in between. So there's so many different options, and then it's like, I've also been asked if I want a dick, and I'm just like, okay, you did not need to know that. But there's a lot of different questions that can be asked, so just be respectful, please. Please, because it's just rude. Would you want me to? So it's like, do you have a dick or not? Okay, and then it's this guy. How long is your dick? Not exactly an appropriate question to be asking. So just kind of be respectful in ways. And if you could tell cis people one thing, that would be what I've said already, is be respectful, be understanding, and ask his questions, sometimes depending on if the person is open, and if they don't want to talk about it, they don't want to talk about it. Ask if they want to talk about it, and then just be like, if they don't want to, okay, cool, sorry about that. Just be respectful, listen to us if we talk to you, because it's a big thing if cis people just start being like, yeah, and every trans person does this. Every trans person is different. You can't say every trans person. So, just listen to us, please.